Hi, Leap to Lead, and welcome to day 10. We're going to talk a little bit more about what is this that it means to be a lead consultant? What are the requirements? What does it take? And how can I ensure that I get there, not just this month, not just the month I'm working on promoting, but every single month? So the requirements to be a lead consultant are 500 PRV. That's a leadership requirement across the board. Once you're a lead, star, superstar, director, star director, superstar director, all of those require 500 PRV a month. So that's personal retail volume, because we aren't a company that just says, okay, you have people on your team, now you get to just sit back and do nothing. We are a company that says, hey, even your leaders are out there working hard, doing what they're doing. And so in order to get paid on your downline, on your team, you have to have 500 PRV as to get the leadership bonus. So that's the very first requirement. So it's really important to stress working for that 500 PRV now, acting as if you are a lead consultant even before you are a lead consultant. And that's 500 PRV monthly. Every single month for all of us, whether you're a superstar director or an essential consultant, your monthly PRV resets to zero, right? We have our lifetime PRV, which helps us promote from essential to certified, and that lifetime PRV doesn't reset, but that monthly PRV for leadership bonuses resets every single month for all of us. So every month we need to strive for 500 PRV. More on that later. The second requirement is one active frontline. So you have to have one person who you have personally sponsored hit 200 PRV in that month. So a lot of times it actually makes sense if you want to be a lead consultant, if you want to get paid at lead consultant, which you do or you wouldn't be here, to have more than one frontline. Because sometimes, let's say you have 3 frontline, and this month, Susie has a party and she gets her 200 PRV in, and Becky and Veronica don't. That's okay. That's fine. You only need the one frontline to have 200 PRV or be active. So it's hard when you only have one of those, because that puts a lot of pressure on that person. That puts more pressure on you. We don't like pressure. So the more frontline that you have, the better it is, the easier it's going to be to hit that one active frontline month after month after month. And then as you promote up beyond lead, the number of active frontline that you need increases. But we'll talk more about that later. We don't need to worry about that right now. It's in the comp plan too. And then you also need 1,000 TWV and GWV. They're interchangeable at this point in the compensation plan, and that stands for team wholesale volume. So that is your PRV plus anybody on your team's PRV. It's the wholesale volume of that. So wholesale is 75% of retail. So if we're talking in terms of PRV, it's about, I think it's 1,333 total PRV that you need from you and all of your teammates combined to get that 1,000 TWV. 500 of it has to be yours. 200 of it has to be one person who's directly under you, and the remaining can come from whoever. You could have more. If your frontline has somebody under them, they could have more. Now, if you're a person who promotes right under you, or your person who's right under you has somebody under them and they promote to lead and you're promote at lead, that's a whole different story. You don't get paid on them because they're the same title as you until you hit director. And then if you're a director and you have someone under you and they're a director, you still get paid on them. It gets really confusing when we're talking about the comp plan, and I'm happy to chat about it more if you want me to, if you guys have more questions about it. But what we want to focus on for this training, for this program, is helping you promote to lead consultant. You're also, please know, you're more than welcome to ask questions at any time to me, Haley, Nicole, Bailey, Caitlin, any of the directors helping out with this program, because we're happy to answer questions. We love questions, much like how teachers were like, questions are good, that means you're paying attention. We like that. We like it. We just don't want to overwhelm you too much either. So anyway, focusing on the requirements to become a lead consultant, promote to lead consultant, get paid at lead consultant: 500 personal retail volume, 1 active frontline, 1,000 team wholesale volume, okay? That's what you need to get promoted, and that's what you need every single month to get paid at title. So how can you help ensure that you're going to get that? This is a really, I took notes on this red paper in pencil, and it's Twilight. I can't read it at all. Okay. So what we want you to focus on doing is making sure you meet that first requirement, that 500 requirement, right away. That is something that you can control. That is something that if you get that 500 within the first 7 days of the month, that first week of the month, you are going to get your 500 PRV. Then you can devote the rest of your month to helping your teammates, to recruiting teammates, to doing the other activities that you need to do as a consultant. Your 500 PRV is taken care of, and you're in control of that. So how can I make sure I get 500 PRV? That's kind of hard for me. That feels like a lot, right? Maybe some of you, that's your maximum PRV that you've ever had in a month. So one thing that you can do is always have a party scheduled during that first 7 days. A party, a bag party, an event, something. Get it scheduled in the first 7 days of the month so that you have that. Maybe it is, a bag party, a trunk show. You can't get anybody to book a party for you. Have your own party. Have your own party every single month, Make sure that you have something in those first 7 days. We call it front loading. You want to front load your month as a leader so that you get your PRV requirement out of the way and you are freed up to continue helping your team, focusing on getting new teammates and all of that good stuff. So another way to make sure you get that 500 PRV is to focus on building your Scentsy Club subscribers. So we're going to talk more about Scentsy Club a little bit later in the program, but Scentsy Club essentially is a really great way to ensure that you have these recurring orders month after month after month. Let's say Jody, my customer, loves Mediterranean Spa. So Mediterranean Spa is back this month. I signed her up for Scentsy Club, 6 bars of Mediterranean Spa. She's getting them, she's just doing one every 3 months. But that's okay. In 3 months, I have guaranteed 36 PRV on the 1st of April. January, February, March. Yeah. So, and the more of those subscriptions that you can get, that will add up. And you can get to a 500 PRV just from your Scentsy Club, just by encouraging and asking every single time people place an order. What's happening, I think, a lot with the club is people don't understand it. It's confusing. To go back to my customer, Jody, she sent me a text message and she's like, Ariel, I really want 6 bars of Mediterranean Spa. I can't afford the club right now. And I'm like, I'm not really tracking how she can't afford the club right now, but she can afford the 6 bars of Mediterranean Spa. Does she understand that there's no join fee, that she's actually going to save money by doing, get 10% off? Does she know that there's perks if she keeps adding to her club? I don't think so. I don't think she knew. So I explained to her, actually, here's how club works. We can get you set up for your 6 bars in January. We can put you 3 months out. You can adjust it between then. If you don't want 6 bars come April, we can adjust that for you, which she will because she buys that much Scentsy from me anyway. But a lot of people just don't really understand how it works. They're worried about getting caught into a subscription that's going to automatically monthly, deduct from their account, and they don't want that. Like, they don't want to get tied into something that's hard to leave. All of us kind of have had those experiences with different subscriptions, and we know that Scentsy Club isn't like that. So make sure you're helping your customers understand that too. So every single time anybody places an order, share with them, hey, did you know we could actually create this club subscription for you? And actually what I've been doing right now is just doing it for my customers. So Jody, sorry to go back to this example. It just happened, so it's like really fresh. Jody said, oh, wow, really? When I told her that, she's like, oh, wow, really? Like, well, where can I find out more about this club? So, of course, I sent her the direct link from our website that talks about the club, has it lined out really easily. I mean, there's lots of PDFs and things like that that you could also share, whatever makes it easy for your customers to kind of quickly glance at. Because we have to remember, we're all busy. We're busy. We're busy. I'm busy. You're busy. Busy is actually probably my least favorite word in the English language. So I try to substitute it with other stuff as much as I can, because I feel like busy is a myth in a way. Like, we all have the same amount of time. It's just how we're choosing to fill it. And maybe it's our schedules are full, right? We have a lot going on. And my priority isn't reading about the Scentsy Club. My priority is going to be, making sure my son is getting his homework turned in, or, working on this or doing this or whatever, right? My priorities are already, filling all of my time, my current priorities. Anyway, that was a tangent too. So, however, yes, a lot of us don't have the time or the energy to prioritize reading into the little details. So make it easy for your customers. So I say, hey, Jody, here's the link. Check it out. She checks it out. I give her a quick synopsis of yeah, we can put it out for you. We can change it if we need to. It's really not a huge commitment, blah, blah, blah. So then I say, I can set it up for you. So what do I need to set it up for her? I need her email address, her billing, or her billing address and billing info. And, I can create a password for her. So that's what I've been doing, right? So I have a little sheet that's this is Jody's email, this is her password, this is her information. Then I make a little note on the calendar. So when April comes, I'm going to go back in and make sure I remind her, hey, Jody, your club subscription is coming up. Did you still want your 6 bars of Mediterranean spa? Or, do we want to lower it? Do we want to cancel it? What do you want to do? But I've created it for her, so I've made it that much easier. It's still her subscription. It's still going right to her. She's still paying for it. It's basically like putting in an order for a customer, but you're putting it in under their club for them. And then you're helping them, and I saved the password. I created a password for my customers that I've done this for, so I could log in and edit it for them if they don't have time. But I'm still running it all by them. They're paying for it, etc. So that's something that I've been doing because I think the club is fantastic. I think the club is the most amazing way to guarantee that we have PRV. And I'm not understanding why more customers aren't jumping on it when there are so many great perks to that. And Nicole's going to tell us a little bit more about all of the perks a little bit later. So if you don't know, I don't want to get too far into it. However, beefing up your club subscription orders is a surefire way to make sure that you get your 500 PRV in the first couple weeks. Maybe you have 250 coming from club, and then you have a 250 party, right? Which is a pretty standard average party. Boom, 500, you're on to your next focus. So we really want to encourage you to get in the habit of doing that. And I assure you, as you get in the habit of getting 500 PRV, like a little choo-choo train or a snowball, I use that analogy a lot. Like when you're making a snowman, it's hard to get your snow ball ready to go at first, but once it's ready to go and you keep it rolling, dude, pretty soon you roll it all over your yard and your snowman ball's like huge. It just keeps going as long as you keep that momentum going. You keep that ball pushing. You keep those orders coming. It might be hard to get to 500 first. Next thing you know, 500 is going to be easy. Next thing you know, 1,000 is going to be easy. 2,000 is going to be easy, etc. It's all about that time and energy that you put into it and where your focus is. And focusing on front loading your month and getting your club subscriptions up is a great way to do it. So another tip from Laura Godwin was that when she wanted to beef up her club, she messaged all of her customers or anybody who was ordering and offered them a little something, right? Like a little gift. It could be a little travel twist. It could be a little extra sample kit, spoiling, again, Nicole's going to talk about this later, but spoiling your club members and treating them like royalty is a surefire way to keep them in the club and to get them talking about it and using the referral program and talking to their friends and stuff about it too. So that's what Laura did. She beefed up her club via a little gift. I make sure I include info about my club in all of my everything, club, until people are like, okay, what is this about? And then they realize, oh, this isn't so bad. Why haven't I done this before? So that's another tip for helping you get to your 500 PRV early on in the month. We want you guys to change your mindset from that being optional. From it isn't an option for you to have 500 a month or not. It's a requirement. It is something that you are going to do, whether you are promoting to lead this month or not. Every single month from here on out, having 500 PRV a month is not an option. You are going to do it. There's a great story that I love that I've done some trainings on after Joel Curtis. He was he used to work at Scentsy. He did a training for directors on this, and then I've done some trainings on it. Lots of people have done trainings on it. It's kind of a well-known thing, but I'll try to summarize it really quick. So when Cortez was coming over from Spain, he was a Spanish explorer. He was coming over to conquer the new world, as many explorers were doing in that time period. Many people had tried to conquer the new world and failed. The army that they were going up against, I think it was the Mayan army, was just too strong. There were too many people. There were, everybody else who had tried to come over and conquer had failed. So Cortez comes over with his boats and his army of men, which was much smaller than any of the previous armies who had tried to conquer this portion of the New World. And he gets the guys off the boats, and then he instructs them to burn the boats. Burn their boats. Burn their own boats that they rode over from Spain. They had no choice, right? Burn the boats. There's no way out. There's no way home. You're here now. Your only option is to die or conquer, which it's not that extreme in the Scentsy world, but I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that and burn your boats. Whatever your little excuse boat is that you are saving as a little raft out there for you, that you can get back on and float back to your homeland where it's safe and maybe comfy, but not what you want. We want you to burn it. Burn the boat. There's no way home. Your only option is to get your 500 PRV every single month. You are going to do it. There is no excuse. Oh, I don't feel good. Oh, I'm busy with work. Oh, this hostess was a dud. Oh, I just, but whatever. Excuse. Boats that need to be burned, okay? Are all of those boats valid boats that I believe and I care about because I care about you? Yes. However, we're burning them because even though we still have those out there, we all have them. We all have those little excuse boats we could ride home on. It's still achievable if we burn those boats, okay? So we're not going to let those excuses, oh, she said no to me. Tasha doesn't want to do a party this month. I guess I'm just not going to get my 500. I'm just going to get in my little boat and row home. Nope, burn it. Okay, Tasha said no. Who are we asking next? Who else is on the list of 100? Where are we going? Because there isn't an excuse for not getting it. It's a requirement, and that's a mindset shift that you have to make. We all have to make that mindset shift because we all can make excuses for ourselves all day long, okay? But if you want it and you deserve it, and we know that you do, and we know that you can do it, it's not an option. Burn it, okay? What does that even say? Okay, oh yeah, that's right. That was another tip from Laura. So, because we know we have to get our 500 PRV, we have to get our active team members, we have to continue to grow and build our team because maybe our active team member falls off, or she's just not active that month, or he's not active that month, and we have to focus on that. Maybe you focus on your PRV on even days and recruiting on odd days. Or you focus on your getting your 500 PRV in the first week. The second week you focus on your team building. However you want to set it up. Like, that's what we want you to realize. We know that we have to do that. We all have to do it. So however that works for you. But that's going to be important as you continue to grow and build your business. Oh, okay. When Laura said that she was sharing about the club, she said that she kept it short and sweet and to the point, because that can be something else that we all tend to do. We can say too much and then it's too overwhelming to our customers. Kind of like I was saying, make it easy for them, okay? Make it easy and you'll get club members. Treat your club members right and you'll continue to grow your club. Continue to grow your club. Your 500 PRV is going to be a breeze. So for your homework, what we want you to do is take those 10 things that we created before this program started and get them out to people, okay? You're going to pick 10 people from your list of 100. You're going to get them those 10 little goodie packages that you created, and then we want to make sure that you follow up with them. So we'll talk about follow-up more in this program also, but chances are if we get them the little goodie bag, they're not going to follow up with us. So we need to be reaching out and saying, hey, what did you think of that warmer of the month? What did you think of that scent of the month? You're maybe not asking for a sale in this instance. You're building relationships, showing your customer service, showing that you care about them, showing that, you're information gathering, and that's great. People love that, and that will resonate with people. So we want you to, like the video, commit to burning your boats, commit to making it not an option, that you're going to get your 500 PRV, you're going to get your active frontline, and then take your 10 catalogs and goodie things that you made up, get them to 10 people on your list, and follow up. Post in the comments how it's going. You're trying to get active. If you're already active this month, great. If you're already at 500, great. How much more PRV can you get? Can you get any new teammates? Can you get any new hostesses based on this asking and this follow-up? So that is your mission for today.